Devonta Smith's 79-yard touchdown was the longest catch of his career. Here's how it happened. Now, this is your classic post-cross combination where you're going to have the deep post route from Devonta Smith and you're going to have the crossing route from A.J. Brown. Dallas Goedert is serving as a check down option for Jalen Hurts on this play. Basically, Jalen's just going to read that deep safety in the middle of the field to make sure that he's not sitting on the post route over the top. If not, then he's got the green light to cut this loose to Devonta Smith down the field for a big play. But there's a lot that went into this one, and it happened with some pre-snap recognition from Devonta Smith earlier in the day. And really, this goes back to the 6 O-line sets that the Eagles were deploying here in this one, with Fred Johnson coming on as a second tight end. They ran out of this package 2 times earlier in the game, and Devonta saw something from the Vikings defense each time.
Yeah, anytime we were in that formation, they were bringing the safety all the way down in the box, putting the other safety on the edge. We knew that.
With the Vikings loading the box against those looks, Devonta knew that they had room down the field to find an explosive play. But they still had to go out and execute, especially against a Brian Flores blitz package. And a number of times in this game, Flores utilized a 6-man pressure with 5 DBs left in coverage. But this wasn't just any typical cover 0 man-to-man with no safety help. What Brian Flores was doing was playing 2 high safeties with 3 defenders underneath. That's a lot of ground for those guys to cover in zone coverage, but he wanted to try and confuse quarterback Jalen Hurts. Now, with those 2 deep safeties down the field, how do you defeat them? How do you occupy them? Well, it's going to be Devonta Smith's job to make sure that he beats Isaiah Rodgers, and he does a great job with his route here. He pushes vertical with speed, then he leans outside, gets Rodgers completely flipped around, and then breaks to the post. But there was one other coaching point on this route as well.
It was just keeping it thin. We knew the safety was going to be driving down. They see us in that big formation. Everybody in the box. Just keeping it thin, staying away from the backside corner, whoever was on the backside.
So Devonta was wary of that backside safety. The other person that has to make sure he keeps that guy occupied is A.J. Brown. And that's why you see A.J. here. He has got to push vertical hard at that safety and then break inside. As long as he does that at that certain depth, that will keep that safety there on the hash mark. This concept worked to perfection. Great throw, great route, great call. Everything aces here from the Eagles offense.